Hey guys, welcome back. I was feeling like I was in a cleaning and organizing mood, so I really wanted to work on some toy organization, but this is the current state of our family room slash playroom area, and Derek and I decided that we're just sick of it and we want to get the kitchen back in order so that we can have access to this room and the playroom again. I know that I had said we were just going to kind of cut off access to this half of the house and not let our kids in there, and we weren't really going in there until the full renovation was done. But I've got some kitchen updates to share with you guys that are basically, it's just not feasible to do it that way. So instead, I'm going to vacuum the subfloors and just pretend like they're actual floors. And while I was vacuuming, it kept getting caught on these staples, I guess is what they use to put the subfloor down, and a couple of nails, and that is just not safe. So I vacuumed up all of the dust and wood bits, and then I got some pliers, and I'm going to pull out all of those staples that were warped and sticking out and couldn't be hammered back into the floor. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was relatively easy. None of them required too much effort to get them out. And there were so many of them. I didn't show all of them on camera because I thought that would be boring, but I did want to show you there were quite a few. So once I had the floors safe, then we're going to come into our playroom area and start sifting through some of this, put things back where they belong, store things in a better way so that we can still access this room. And then of course, pull our mirror, our kitchen table, the chairs, and our coffee bar table back into the dining and kitchen area just to make all of these spaces more functional. Our kids have been complaining so much about how they don't want to eat another meal sitting at our short, small coffee table in the living room, and they want access to all of their toys again, and they want to be able to comfortably lounge on a big sofa. I know all of these are luxuries for sure, and could we live without them? Absolutely, but I know that it will significantly improve our quality of life, our kids' quality of life, and cut down on some of the bickering and fighting that has been going on between the two of them if we just make this portion of the house more livable. I know some people get triggered when I say that we live in a small house and act like it's a competition. I see comments that flood in like, girl, if you think your house is small, you should see mine. And I just want to remind you guys that it is not a competition. And for us, 4 people and 2 dogs living in a house that is under 1,400 square feet, when you cut off access to half of our house and cut off access to half of that square footage, it became cramped so fast. So this is just what we've decided to do to try to make it just easier to manage and live in. And if you're new here, you might be confused about everything I'm talking about. So I should probably take a second to say hi, hello, welcome. My name is Megan. I love to share tons of cleaning, organizing, homemaking motivation here on my channel. And over the holidays, we had a huge flood in our kitchen and just major plumbing leaks in a couple of places in our house. And so we're kind of in demo mode right now. We went through full mitigation already, and we're in demo mode because there's major renovations that need to be made because of that water damage. So again, I'm going to update you guys on all of that in just a couple of seconds here. I've got a major update, some samples to show you, all sorts of things. I thought it would be fun to have you included in this process with me. If you would enjoy that, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know, would you like me to film the full renovation for you guys, even though it won't be 100% a DIY? Or would you rather me just give you like periodic updates like what I am about to share with you? I'd love to know your opinion, so leave me a comment down below. Let me know, is this content that you would be interested in seeing here on my channel? Okay, don't mind me, I am very out of breath and sweaty. I just spent like 45 minutes off camera hammering in nails and staples and then pulling out everything that was just too warped to be able to hammer it back in. I thought that I had gotten most of them when I did the side with like our dining table and all of that before we brought the furniture back in. And then I got over here where the cabinets and stuff are, and oh my gosh, there's like 10 times more. And I just knew if I'm gonna be allowing the kids in this space at all, like I couldn't leave it that way. So anyway, that was a workout. I was not expecting to do that today. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update because I know last time I talked to you about this, I said while we were in like a demo zone, we were just going to cut off access to basically half of our house and try to keep the kids corralled into our like more formal living area and then their bedrooms. And we totally planned to do that until we started trying to make product selections and realized that even if we're going with in-stock options, having to order them, it would take at least 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. And it's just not feasible. So that's why we brought all the furniture and stuff back in. We're going to make it more functional in this area. But I wanted to show you, I have some of our samples here. I wanted to show you what we're considering and get your guys' opinion. Okay, so here are the samples that we've been living with for a couple of days now. And actually, let me lower this brightness like all the way down so you can see like the true color. So anyway, this is one flooring option, even though it's 2 boards. And then these are 2 different cabinet options. And we're looking at this, which is a kind of like medium neutral toned oak flooring. It is LVP. Let me get really close up so that you guys can see it. I'd love to have your opinion. We've been kind of like putting these boards in a couple of rooms, seeing how they look throughout the day, and then moving them to other rooms. So I think I'm pretty sold on it, except I'm just a little bit worried that when we lay it down throughout the whole house, it might make the house look a little dark or a little too yellow. So you'll have to let me know your opinion. Do you like that flooring choice? I didn't want to go too light because then I'll be constantly mopping, and I don't want dark because we don't have enough natural light. So I was thinking that this was a really good medium. And then for the cabinets, we're kind of really hung up on this right now. So we have these 2 different cabinet door samples, and you can see on camera this one. Actually, let me see if I can make it like true to color because that's actually a little darker than how it looks. Okay, this is how it, as close as it's going to get to how it looks in person. This color, I think, is called Harbor. And in the store, it looked like an off-white. It was really pretty. Here, I feel like it looks very gray. Not as gray as our current cabinets, lighter than that. But compared to white walls, which we will be keeping, it's pretty gray. And then this color is called Linen, and it's not a pure white, but it is white. Between these 2 colors, I'd love to know your opinion. Don't pay attention to the style. We're just talking about the color. This is the style we're going to go with. We don't really have another option besides a standard shaker style, because when we were originally planning things, we were going to change the shape of our kitchen. Right now it's like a L shape, and we were going to make it a U shape. So we were going to extend it. This whole wall would be cabinets, and we were going to move our refrigerator to pretty much where our coffee station is right now. And then we were going to shift our range just slightly, just basically to like right here where that cabinet is. And that was going to offer us so many more cabinets and a lot more space. But when they did the 3D model, we couldn't do it. We would literally only have 4 feet of floor space across, and where the refrigerator was, and it was like only 4.5 feet from cabinet to cabinet. And that was just, it would be way too cramped, way too small. We didn't want to do that. And part of it is because of our refrigerator. This opening here is smaller than a standard size. So when we got this refrigerator, we had to special order it. I know it doesn't look like it on camera, but I promise it is smaller. And because of that, it's also deeper. And while this isn't pushed back all the way right now, when it is, you can see the mark right here. This is where it ends, like this is right here. So all of this space plus the doors protrudes out from the cabinets, and that just would not look right in a U-shaped kitchen. It would really compromise the amount of space that we had. So we're kind of like stuck in this configuration, but we are planning the cabinets better. These were all stock cabinets, kind of Tetris together. We're planning it a lot better. So even though we will have like the same shape, we're going to have a lot more storage options. And when we do all of that, I'll definitely make sure to show you like how I organize and how much more space we have. But that's just a long-winded explanation for why we can't do this style. I know everybody's going to say, but I really like that style. So do I. Derek really liked it. But some of our cabinets are only going to be like 9 inches wide, like half of this size. And so there's physically not enough surface area for this style here. So we're going to have to go with a standard shaker, which is fine. But anyway, let me know, what color do you like better? Harbor, linen, should we do a two-tone? Maybe this on the bottom, this on top, all one color. What do you guys think? And what do you think of the flooring option? We're going to do it in the whole house, so keep that in mind when you're letting me know, but drop it down in the comments. What do you think? Okay, so I am so excited to hear what you have to say about those samples and the selections. I feel like this entire process has been so unbelievably stressful, and especially trying to navigate through something like this for the first time, it has been a headache and a half, but I'm trying to find the joy and excitement in things, and I feel like product selections is definitely where the excitement lies, so I just can't wait to talk about it. But anyway, we had set up that little snack station in our entryway when we weren't using the kitchen, but now that we are granting access to this space again, I figured we can move all of the food out of the living room and reorganize it and restock the pantry with it. That way we can have kind of some semblance of normalcy and organization back into our home. And if you are someone who really enjoys restocking, kitchen organization, that type of content, I have just the video for you. I shared recently a full fridge, freezer, and pantry restock. I mean, this grocery haul was massive. The organization is on point, and the restocking is so satisfying. I'm obsessed with those TikTok restock videos, but I always have to watch like a dozen of them to get my fill because they are so short. So I like to share them here on YouTube. Probably about once a month I try to make a video like that, a full-length video, so that it's just super satisfying and super motivating. So if you like that kind of content too, I'll do my best to remember to link that video in the iCard and down in the description box for you so you can watch it after this one, because they are some of my favorites to watch and also some of my favorite content to film and create for all of you who enjoy organizing just as much as I do. So I had filmed a full sit-down face-to-face haul with you guys of some Target clearance finds and just new storage options that I had found, and my pug was snoring so loudly in the background the whole time you couldn't even hear me. So I'm just going to do an overview and show you. These were all of my clearance finds from the first week of January. I got each of those pillows for $2.20 and each of these throw blankets for only $3.50 because they were 90% off clearance. Target does that every January and like June/July-ish. So if you're ever looking for a home decor refresh, check those times of years because neutral decor staples go on clearance to 90% off. I also found these storage bins as part of the new Hearth and Hand collection and loved them. I want to use the small ones to replace this wicker basket on our ladder shelves that frame this doorway. We used to have this basket and it's kind of small, didn't offer the amount of storage I wanted, and it just looks out of place on that shelf. It doesn't take up enough space, I feel like. So I'm going to use these small size of these bins to offer just more storage options there, and then also to fill the space better. You'll see in just a second. It looks so beautiful. This was a great idea, well worth the investment. These bins are gorgeous. They are like a faux leather suede material. They've got this beautiful stitching detail and handles that make it really easy for my toddler Sawyer to pull the toys down without just creating a big mess or it being too heavy for her. And by adding in like play food and larger toys into those bins, it freed up these small white bins that I have on the shelf above it to sort out all of her tiny toys, is what I call them. She plays with these a lot, but they can get messy storing them all in one bin. So I figured using these three, they could kind of act like a toy rotation system. So I have the larger bin with backups in them, and I can just switch them out every so often because she does grab what she can see more often than what is stored away. And then these medium-sized ones I wanted to use under our coffee table. They fit here perfectly. They don't extend out past the tabletop, and they're just so pretty, so they fit in really well. And I'm using one for some oddly shaped games and puzzles, and then one for Sawyer's magnet tiles. These were her big Christmas gift this year, and she is obsessed with them. I'm so glad that I got them. Well worth the like $100 that they cost. She plays with them like every single day, and she's so imaginative and getting so good at creating like more intricate designs. So anyway, I wanted to keep those out and accessible for her all the time, and I'm just going to push those underneath of the coffee table. But first I'm taking off all of the tags because I just wanted to be passive aggressive and show you guys that I am removing these tags. I don't need to hear a bunch of comments or see a bunch of comments about, why didn't you take the tags off? Are you committing return fraud? I'm not, just sometimes I don't think of it, but these ones are very big and dangly, so I was noticing them and went ahead and took the tags off for you guys. So I hope that this satisfies you. But anyway, this is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll catch you all in the next one.